like years, bro.
Horrible.
Were you like,
I was like the one like this.
We are recording too. Alright, cool. Cool, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to another episode of the Relationship Method podcast. I am Chris.
I am Jay.
And we are lucky. We are here to have Miss Eva Beach 2023 Asia. Yay!
Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
Hey, Asia. Okay, so biggest question of all is what made you come on? Because I know I randomly shot my shot with you on the net. What made you come on the pod?
Yeah, of course. Well, I'm very big on accepting different opportunities, and I really like to try new things. This is actually the first podcast that I would be on, so this is so interesting, and
I think you're lying. Wait, for your first podcast, really?
Yeah.
Wow, what? That's crazy. Because I would have thought that you've been at least 5. Or at least somewhat of a pro on podcasts.
A pro podcaster.
You know, a pro podcaster, you know what I'm saying? But hey, thank you for giving us the goddamn opportunity.
Of course.
Man, hell yeah. Jay, man, what'd you do this week, dog?
I can't remember what I did this week.
You can't remember.
I just got back from another place, but that was just for work, so.
Well,
I'm just trying to catch up. So,
again, catching up with this stuff. Miss Eva Beach, Asia, what have you? Can you tell our audience and our folks listening a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, of course.
And hell yeah.
My name is Asianna. It's a lot easier to just say Asia.
Meow.
I'm Puerto Rican Hawaiian, 22 years old. I'm a graduate from Campbell High School and currently running in Miss Hawaii America, which will be on June 1st through the 3rd. And I am a mental health advocate in the state of Hawaii.
Hell yeah.
That's a fucking resume.
Yes.
Chris Army. That's it. No, that's crazy. How did you get Miss Eva Beach? Was it like a voting thing? Was it one of those? Was it like a legit pageant? Like, how did you get that title, that role?
So, in order to compete in Miss Hawaii America, you need to go through a preliminary pageant. And so you can enter through a pageant like Miss Philippines Hawaii is a preliminary, Miss Latina Hawaii is a preliminary, and then if not, you can enter at large contestants. So you can enter as your city, but you still have to do the whole thing that you would do if you were running in a preliminary. So you'd have to do, an interview with a panel of judges, and then deciding on whether or not, if they want to send you to Miss Hawaii, with your talent and your interview, then they'll hand off a title to you and allow you to be able to run in Miss Hawaii.
Huh. Wow.
It's like a key.
Word.
Got the key to the next door.
God, what is the talent? I mean, I've seen pageants before, and they say they do like special talents and stuff. Are you like a secret breakdancer that we don't know?
I really wish I could dance.
Oh,
Unfortunately, I can't. But mine is slam poetry.
Oh, that's
Are you talking about like
pretty sick.
HBO, Def Jam, Most Def type poetry shit?
Just slam poetry.
Ooh, okay.
It's different. But it's my talent because I can't sing, dance. None of that. I can't do hula, so I'm doing slam poetry.
How did you get into that? Teacher, or did you see like MC Light come on or whatever? Or
I'm really interested in, I really liked to read when I was younger, and I really enjoy writing.
Yeah.
And reading and all of that. English was like my biggest. I'd say like every other class I'd get like a C in, and then English would be A all the time. And so with that, I just decided to do slam poetry, and it's actually crazy how easy it is for me to just kind of like write out what I'm feeling
Yeah.
and then perform it. But I haven't shared my slam poetry with
God damn, why not?
Man.
Well, I've only shared it with 2 of my friends.
Ah.
I don't know if I could share the whole thing. I could share a little bit of it if you want.
I think the audience would like that.
We all want.
Okay, cool. So my slam poetry for Miss Hawaii is called Who I Am, and it focuses on my battle with depression and overcoming depression. And my platform is called End the Silence, and so it embodies bringing awareness to mental illness and coming together as a community to create better solutions for the mental health crisis in our state. And so with that, I created a poem that talks about my depression and my recovery and how we should come together as a community to end the silence.
Well, shit. I am ready whenever you are, Jay.
Oh, ready is ready.
Ready?
Cool.
Asia, go ahead, girl.
So I have it on my phone because I just finished writing it actually.
Well, shit. Meow. Well, god damn. Hey, that's what's up. Hey, I could honestly say this is our very first live slam poetry
All right.
reading / mic killing thingy thing.
Wow.
But that's
I
dope.
love
That's
that.
dope as fuck. Hey, do appreciate you. And thank you for the opportunity. Oh, yeah. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, girl, go ahead.
We're just gonna share this part of it. It's like the ending. I've never heard it on a mic, so this would be cool.
Oh, meow.
There we go.
A hospital bed with loved ones is how I made it through. Sharing my story is how I save one of you. No, I'm not ashamed. This is who I am today. I am strong, resilient, confident, and brave. You are stronger than the tricks your mind loves to play. That's one part of it.
Yo.
Well, hey, you know what? That was deep on like levels.
I was like on cue to like right into it. That's
Bro,
pretty
I was
dope.
like wanting more. I was like,
there's very few people who have that talent to like get right into it, because some people have like take a deep breath, everything, and you just went right
you
into it.
just went into it. That's what's up.
That's very talented.
Hell yeah. Oh, so for our listeners and viewers, if you need your English paper done, holler at Asia. You know what I'm saying? A's. She'll get you a C.
I got you.
She'll get you a goddamn C. How long did it take you to write this?
Well, because I first start off with how I'm feeling and just writing out all my thoughts, I think it was even more harder because for Miss Hawaii, you can only have a talent of 1 minute and 30 seconds. And so I would write out everything, but then when I would perform it, it wouldn't fit in the time frame. So I
Yeah.
would have to keep taking parts out, and it got so frustrating. So I think at first it took me like 2 hours to write everything out, and then but after like 50 different revisions, that's like what I came to. But it did take a really long time, and now that I finally finished it, because I just completed it like 2 days ago, and so now that I've finished it, it's just memorizing it, and then after memorizing it, it's like practicing the delivery, because I think even if I'm getting my point across, if I don't deliver it the way I want to, then
Yeah.
it's not as impactful.
That's true.
Okay.
So, but you want to see
That's dope.
it?
That's
It was
dope.
Miss Hawaii.
That shit
There you
sounds,
go.
that
Stay
sounds
tuned, guys.
high as fuck. Well, goddamn. You got anything, Jay?
Well, just good luck on your preliminaries and your whole pathway to there.
Thank you.
Wish you a lot of luck on that.
Question: how cutthroat is like this whole competition thing? Is it like all bees and birds when you're in, like everyone's all supportive of each
Or you
other?
get some stinky eye
Or
with
do
some
you
other
have like, is the competition
competitors.
like, man, I'm about to drag your face through the mud, motherfucker, type shit?
Yeah, it's so crazy. I think pageants from the outside look very vicious, but when you're actually in it, a lot of the girls are very genuine and supportive, and everybody kind of creates lifelong friendships. It's kind of crazy. I'm the kind of person that, like, even if I don't win, I think I'll cry for the winner.
Yeah.
Because I feel like everybody who's in that competition has exactly what it takes to make the best Miss Hawaii.
Yeah.
And so with that, I'm like, well, whoever the winner is will be the best person
Right.
for it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't see any, vicious things going on or anything like that.
Okay. TV, y'all suck because I thought there was cat fights in the back. You know,
Yes.
I was hoping for a goddamn cat fight story, but I didn't know that it was respectable like that. And it does make sense because when I'm watching highlights of these pageants, you see the contestants in the back crying and cheering on their commandant that won the I guess the slash or whatever. So yeah, I guess I could see that, but TV, you lied to me, bro.
Expectations.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You graduate from Campbell. You've been living here your whole life, Hawaii, your whole life.
Yeah.
Wow. So does that make you, since you're not, Hawaiian blood and stuff, does that make you Hawaiian?
I am Hawaiian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my kids were born here. Does that make them Hawaiian if they stayed here, like say, until they graduate high school, or are they still Filipino? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, are they still considered like mainlanders or whatnot?
Culturally inclined.
Yeah. Like, would they be accepted by? I mean, they're accepted now, but let's say, hey man, I just moved here, but my kids are born here. Would it be right for me to say, oh yeah, they're some type of, you know what? Yeah, would they be some type of Hawaiian or?
I think maybe
Or local? Would they be considered
at
local?
heart,
But
technically not.
technically not.
Hawaiian.
Okay.
But I think
Makes
at
sense.
heart, if they're in love with like the Hawaiian culture and
Yes.
they like respect the community, then I think by heart they're Hawaiian. But I'm not. I think I'm pretty Hawaiian, but I don't know if I'm very like that Hawaiian enough to speak on the Hawaiian community. But I do have Hawaiian. My mom is Puerto Rican Hawaiian. My dad is Puerto Rican Hawaiian. So I do have both of them.
Okay.
They're
Cool.
Oh, Hawaiian.
Yeah. So my kids are there. Yes. Cool. Okay. You got anything again? No.
Not on the top of the dome right now. No.
Cool. Why mental health? Why are you like an advocate for mental health? Let's get to the nit grit.
That's a long question.
Oh, it's a few seconds.
That's a long answer.
Yeah, it
actually.
is.
I guess I would say, where would I start?
Yeah. Where would you start?
It's rough.
Oh,
but-
do you need to take a breath? I got some tissue somewhere. Don't cry.
Not
No,
You can make
no,
it
of
funny if you
course.
want. I'll make it funny.
Of course, I wouldn't
go ahead.
cry, but no, I'm a mental health advocate because of what I've been through in my life. And I say
okay.
that because while I was in high school, I was extremely bullied. And so throughout the bullying that I encountered at my high school, it would cause me to have extreme depression. So there'd be times where I wouldn't go to school and I'd skip school and I would hang out with people that were doing maybe not well things because I wasn't well in a place with myself. And so I was just looking for love in a place where I felt unloved, if that makes sense.
It does make sense.
It's pretty hard.
I'm not gonna say I experienced it, but I've seen people experience that, gone through your experience.
Yeah, and the bullying got so bad for me. I talked about this on KITV4 maybe last year or so I want to say it was like August or September. It's on my Instagram. But I talked about what really pushed me over the edge was the fact that, social media, that's a really big problem in our society today. And I was actually blasted online by a girl that I had no idea who she was. She was in my school and I was just making an Instagram post, and I think in high school I had like 15,000 followers maybe.
Goddamn.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like 15K. And I was making this post and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna post this online. It's gonna be all cherries and it's gonna be cool. And the post, the caption had said something along the lines of, be the good in the world where there's no good, or something along the lines of that. And then the girl had taken the picture and the caption that I posted and had put it on Twitter and had blasted me. And she said, well, I think you should kill yourself.
Oh.
And it got 500 retweets
Holy shit.
and continued to pass throughout different schools across the state. So there were people from Kapolei and Moana
Yo.
Lua and Mililani. And so I think when I was seeing all of this happening to me, and even people who I thought were my friends
Yeah.
were reposting it. And so I was in this intense depression already. And then when I seen all of that, I said, well, I'm done. And so I attempted to end my life, but I survived.
Mm-hmm.
And I woke up in the hospital. And when I woke up, I said, oh, it didn't work. But I went through therapy and psychiatric medicine, and now who I am today is a lot better than who I was before.
Yeah.
Good for you. Good
And
for you.
so
Wow.
Yo, that's an experience.
That is first of all, you gang bullied in high school. You ain't got no friends. Like the people that you hung out with, like, hey, motherfucker, stop bullying her type shit. Like no one was like sticking up for you or anything.
I think it was because people don't want to be around the person that people don't like. Because you know how our island is so small. I think the issue here is that if somebody doesn't like you, then their whole friend group doesn't like you because they've
Ew.
all heard something about you, and that's
I hate
it
that
sucks,
shit.
I hate
but
that. Yeah,
that's
yeah.
like the mentality
Mhm,
that's
yeah, yeah.
being held. And so yeah, but you know, I did have people that I believed were my friends, and then
Uh-huh.
I think, you know, the social media presence, it was all like a, well, she has all this attention, because it was always like a post me, let's go to the mall and take some pictures, post me, and then you post them, and then later on, like, they're picking on you with everyone else. So I felt
That's
like I had
crazy.
friends, but then I was being used
Uh-huh.
at the same
feel
time.
that.
Is it because of your status on, was it social media? Do you think so?
I'm not
since
sure.
you're grown now.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I'm not sure what it was. When I was in high school, I did, you know, Hawaii 5-0 in high school, and
Is that a TV show? That's a TV show, right?
TV show. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, meow.
And so I don't know if maybe people just didn't understand, because I think people hate on something that they don't understand.
That's true.
Okay.
I've seen that many times before. Yeah.
Oh yeah? Back in the day?
Back in
Recent.
the day. No, back in the day.
Okay.
Recently, I've been doing my own thing, so it's just like I kind of zone it out most of the time.
Fuck it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm too busy working on my life.
Yeah,
I don't have to worry
definitely,
about
dog.
what you're crying about or what you're mad about. I have to focus on me.
You're
so.
doing you, dog.
I'm doing me.
You're doing you.
I'm doing me.
Yeah. Back in our day. And we're going to take it back. Social media. We didn't have social media back in the day. We had AOL chat rooms.
Oh my God.
And,
56K.
yeah. And we had modems. And if someone didn't like you, it's because you're dating someone's girlfriend or boyfriend.
Interesting.
But yeah, back in the day, internet bullying was never a thing. Yeah, it wasn't a thing. Was it a thing for y'all?
No.
Yeah, internet bullying wasn't a thing. Well, of course, bullying in school, but it's not bullying. It was hazing.
Yeah, and
For us, it was called hazing.
it was mostly like some people playing around. Some people took it seriously, but it wasn't like as heavy.
Yeah,
for
to
us.
where you know, the whole depressive state that you was talking about, it didn't get to that point. I don't think.
But granted, I did have a few friends who actually went through stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I'm still their friend now, and I'm glad they're still alive.
Yeah, yeah.
I have a few friends who did take their own life, God forbid. But yeah, it is a serious thing when it does happen.
Yeah, it's
Sometimes we don't see it, but
yeah.
a lot of them like to hide it,
Mhm.
but put on a mask, and it's hard sometimes. But if you're friends with them enough, you can kind of tell.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just being around them, you can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Question, Asia. Did you tell your did you go to your family about this? Cousins, brothers, sisters, aunt, pastor, whatever?
Yeah, you know, I did go. I went to my mother, and I think at the time, you know, she didn't really understand the capacity of how bad the bullying was. And
Yeah.
so to her, she's like, ignore it. Stop listening to what they say. And I tried to tell her that this is excessive bullying. You know, I go to school and they don't leave me alone. I come home and I lay in this bed and they don't leave me alone. And I kept telling her over and over, please just move me out of this school. And it was hard because we lived right across from Campbell. So I lived right here and Campbell was right here. So it took me 5 minutes to get to school and 5 minutes to get home.
That's
And
awesome.
So it was, yeah, it was awesome. But it was so horrible considering the circumstances. And,
Yeah.
you know, I was even jumped in my high school.
Like
What?
actually, like,
It was physically assaulted.
oh shit.
Yeah.
Y'all some weak pieces of shit
That's
out
not
here, boy. You
cool.
can't go
Oh,
one on one. You gotta jump someone.
Shit.
Lame, but go ahead. sorry. Go
Yeah, I was physically assaulted in a bathroom on
in
my
the
campus.
bathroom. Okay.
Yeah, I had walked into the bathroom and I said, oh, I'm gonna pee. And then I had heard somebody come in that I recognized their voice and I was like, oh, that sounds like someone who doesn't like me, but it's okay. But then I had heard, it sounded like they had shut the door and left, so I was hiding in the bathroom. But when I opened the door, I got side blinded from the side.
Oh,
And then I had felt
damn.
like one girl pulling my hair, one girl kicking me.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's shit that you would see see like in a movie or like in a sitcom. But shit, this shit happening to you in real life. Shit. Luckily you came out. Like we're happy that you came out and shit. Did you but did you tell the counselor or principal?
Well, yeah, I
happened?
had tried to tell them, but
Yeah.
I felt like I felt like I was the problem in my school because it was always one thing with me. You know, it was always, why are you here again? Why are you in our office again? And so it was this constant, it was like being in a sea of water and drowning, and you're trying to ask people to help you, to like just give me your hand so I can get out of the water, and they're like, no, you stay over there.
That's pretty fucked up. Oh my
That's
God.
lame. Being in the position that you are now, have you talked to people at Campbell in regards to the shit that happened to you? Like, gone back to the school and like, look, y'all need to like buffer up your security, or y'all really need to listen to y'all students more. Have you done that, or have you reached out since you graduated?
No, I think the closest thing that I can do to that is I do a lot of work with NAMI Hawaii, and they're the National Alliance of Mental Illness. And so what I do is I go into schools and we talk about mental health, and then I share my story with these students. And so that's the closest thing I feel like I can do, because I think it's just going to be hard if I go over there and demand, well, do this and do that. But eventually, you know, I'd like to have enough mental health advocacy impact to the point where I can go into the school and say, this is wrong and your students need help because this is a problem.
Yeah.
But I haven't reached that point yet, but I try my best to use my platform for good, because also I just feel like social media is just horrible for the most part all around.
Yes, this is true. This is true.
I'm hardly on it, but yeah.
It's true. Like the shit that I be seeing, it's true.
It's so rare to see something wholesome, and then when you do, it's like, wow, somebody is still good. Somebody is still doing something in the community.
Well, God. Question. You said that in high school you gained the status in social media. When did this started like popping off for you? Like your phone was 99, but at the end of the day, it was like a negative 5%. When did your shit start popping off to where you hit 15K? What, like in high school? Like that's to me that's unheard of. Like I don't know anyone that's like that high. So yeah, how did that happen?
Yeah, so when I was in high school, I had done many things. So I was doing a lot of acting. So I did, you know, Hawaii 5-0. I did like a Spectrum commercial, a bullying commercial. So I did like multiple things. And then I also became kind of well known in this state because of like a Musical.ly app that we don't talk about.
Musical.ly? What? I haven't heard that shit in like
while.
years, bro.
Horrible.
Were
yeah.
you like and
I was like the one like this. That's why we.
I could see
talk
that so
about
good.
that.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah, I
So
was
Musical.ly,
that
okay.
one, and everyone called me Bey-sia.
Bey-sia. What, like not Beyonce? That type of Bey?
That
Or-
was my Instagram name.
Oh.
Oh
Yeah.
shit. So hey, you motherfuckers that are listening, remember Bey-sia from Musical.ly? We got her, y'all. We got her. That's crazy. And so Musical.ly popped off for you, and that's what popped off that got you.
Yeah, that's where it was.
Wow.
Okay.
That's nuts.
Just making it happen.
Just making it happen. What was the most viral video that you did on Musical.ly?
It was probably one like this. I'm serious. It was probably one like that with like,
That's
I want to
funny,
say
man.
probably a song. I don't know. Maybe like Whip, Nene. I
Yo,
don't
let's
know.
go.
I have no idea.
You're a walking trend. Gotcha. Jay, you got. Oh, that's funny. You got anything?
I had it. I can't.
Okay,
I'll
mental,
come back
all
to
right,
it.
I'm going back to mental health. So us growing up, and the time that Jay and I grew up in, and I'm saying, in our high school days, and I'm talking about like '90s, yeah. Mental health. When we spoke about this to our parents, to our our elders, they didn't know what mental health was. It was more like a, hey, go to fucking school.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck? Because mental health did not exist in the back in the day. It was just more suck it up type shit. So when did mental health become like such a big popping issue for you? Was it like going into middle school? Was it like in elementary school? Like when did you start feeling, this whole mental health thing?
You mean depression?
Yeah, depression. I'm sorry. I try to make it live. Okay, depression. When did you start feeling, like depressed and stuff?
I want to say it started when I was in middle school and.
Middle school. Wow. Why so young?
Well, I think because I already kind of felt alone to begin with. My mom she's actually a recovering alcoholic. She's been sober for 6 years, so good for that.
Good job, Mom.
When I was in middle school, she was a raging, she was an alcoholic, and so I'd come home from school and try to tell her about my day, and all she wanted to do was drink. So it was rough as a kid. Me and my brother have been through a lot because of it, but she's like my biggest rock now. But I think that the depression started when I was in middle school, and then when I got to high school, it got worse, and I think I've suffered for years with it.
Shit, really? Mm-hmm. So that lingered on. Did you bring that to like relationships as well too?
I'd say so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did your boyfriend, girlfriend, how did they react to you trying to speak out on it? Like when you're feeling some type of way, you're trying to express. Were they open to, or were they shut off?
I think my depression, I don't think I've ever really told, the people that I was dating throughout that time period of being depressed that I was depressed. I think it showed, I was very insecure, and, I was like, don't talk to that girl, stay away from that girl. I was very insecure with myself, and I was afraid that they would leave me, and, with the depression, I already felt alone, so then I was very clingy, and so I think it showed in different ways, and I don't think I had to say it. And also if they would say something mean to me, I would cry and say I'm sorry that you feel that way, even if it wasn't my fault.
Yeah.
Because I'm depressed.
Whoa.
So it kind of feels like because of your middle school happenings, that trauma is basically carried into that relationship, is what it sounds like.
I think trauma can carry into many relationships. I think if you are not healed as a person, if you go into a relationship unhealed, you're not doing yourself any good, and not the other person either.
So is being alone like good? Is it like you not being in a relationship, but you being alone doing the things that you want to do? Is that good for a person that's going through depression? Or does depression like take over and like, yo man, I gotta go do something, or something's bad gonna happen? Like, can you counter the depression by being alone? If that makes sense. Does that make sense?
It makes sense.
Yes.
I understand what you're saying.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
I think that you probably relate to that. Unfortunately, to heal, I think from depression, you have to suffer through it. And so I know that, I was in a 4-year relationship recently, and that ended last year. And honestly, I was a little depressed again, considering I've already gotten over it, but I got more depressed again, and it's just all up here.
Yeah.
Right? So it's a battle up here, and especially when you're like not confident in yourself, and you feel a certain way towards somebody, and you feel like your time is wasted and all of that. So it just creates a bigger, mound of depression, but I think that to overcome that, you have to be alone. And I think through being alone, you find the best version of yourself, because this is who I am now, and I did this all by myself without that boy.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go. That's fucking lit. That's a bar.
It's a bar.
And to your guy, hey, you're a loser. Loser. Okay, she might think different. I'm calling you a loser.
Yeah, I think you have to, honestly, in my opinion, I'm not in a relationship right now, and I could be in one, you know, so many people. I could be in a relationship, you know, but I've fell in love with myself and
That's
who
good. That's
I
the best.
am now. I've literally dug myself out of the deepest, darkest places that I could have been in and created this.
Yeah.
So this is who I am, and you know, I really like my peace, and so I don't let people in like that, because I feel, you know, why should I depend on you when I have me?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Man, you know what? You have a real good head on your shoulders.
Shoulder.
On your shoulders.
On your shoulder.
Yeah, on your shoulder. English is my second language, huh? You have a good head on your shoulders. It sucks that people that don't even know you because of your status and shit could think of you like as a stuck-up bitch, you know what I'm saying? But us talking and you saying your piece, bro, you're educated, you know, you speak well. I mean, you're like you're genuine. That's the word I was looking for. You're genuine.
Down to earth.
So that's cool as fuck, man. And I do appreciate you, you know, telling your story and fucking your experiences and shit and sharing it with us and, you know, the peoples out there. Yeah. It's cool, man.
It is
I feel that's a bar, guy.
That's a bar.
Twice. Said it twice. But you got anything?
Yeah, I just want to go back. Like, as I do agree with you. Like, you have to work your way through those hard times, because that's part of your growth. And if you don't accept like what you've been through and it's that trauma, and you don't face it, it's just gonna eat you up. And I've experienced it myself. I had friends who experienced it, and I try to do the most I can to help, but there's only so much, you know, a friend or a family can do.
Facts.
You have to do it for yourself to make yourself stronger, and to, you know, maybe one day become an advocate like yourself.
Yeah, you know, to people who need to hear it, you know, alcohol, drugs, and anything else you think will fill the void won't. The only thing that fills the void after heartbreak is finding yourself and being comfortable with being alone and loving who you are.
I agree.
That's a bar. That's another bar.
Here's the bar.
So many god.
Here's a gold bar.
Bars. Okay. Do you now go through a depressive state, but not so down to where you just can't dig yourself out?
Yeah, you know,
Like,
I think
because I think everyone goes through that. Yeah.
I think I encounter things, you know, I do get very triggered. Sometimes I go to a gym in Kapolei, you know, 24, and sometimes I run into somebody that was mean to me in high school, and I run out the gym. I absolutely book it.
Do they notice you? Do they know you? Like when you're walking in, and do you make eye contact?
In all honesty, I don't think they recognized me, because when I was younger, I had very blonde hair. And now
Were you an
my
ABG
hair-
back in the Were you that? Were you one of them?
You know, I had like very blonde hair.
Okay.
So like the black hair is crazy now, because everyone remembers like me with the blonde hair. I do think they look over and then they look at my face and then
Like
they're like,
familiar.
you know where? But I'm out the door.
You're already out the
I'm
door when
fine.
that shit happens.
I'm over it. Yeah, you know, I'll go to the car and then, you know, I'll tell myself like, why did you just run out of that gym?
So you do
over
give yourself a pep
something?
talk when
Yeah.
stuff like that
Over
happens.
something that happened 4 years ago. And then, you know, I'll drive to another gym because I got to stay away from things that aren't good for me.
Oh, like
And that's a trigger.
greasy chicken, churches.
Hey, sometimes you can't resist.
You can't resist it, man. I'm so glad that Easter is tomorrow because I gave up fast food. Oh my, it's a struggle. It's a struggle. I love me my Big Macs. I love me my Carl's Jr. Hardee's. And I love me my just my fast food foods.
I mean, you feel
man.
less sluggish because
I feel less sluggish,
I've gone
but
to it.
goddamn, tomorrow I am eating 3 Big Macs. If you know what I'm saying. Did y'all give up anything for Lent? No, you're a loser.
I mean, I gave up something a long time ago.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay.
No.
I gonna say.
Calm down.
Okay.
That's not what I meant.
What'd you give up? Did you give up anything? Are you religious like that?
Not really.
So
Yeah,
is it? Are they
so-
called atheists? Atheist? Are you an atheist? Or
Uh,
is that a fucking crystal?
I
don't know.
believe in God. I used to go to Inspire Church when I was younger, but
Uh-huh.
I think I'm not into, the whole. It's like me in politics. If you tell me about politics and people are fighting in front of me, I'm like,
yeah.
Whatever, man. It is what it
I'm
is.
sorry
what
you
it
guys
is.
feel this way. Let me
Uh-huh.
excuse myself. I'll go over there. Don't worry.
I'm
I'll be
I
in the
feel the same
way.
way.
Yeah.
Like I'll hear politics, and then when it gets too much, I'm just like, I'm out.
Yeah, it's crazy because I grew up as a demo, but then I agree with, was it the right side, left side? I don't know. I agree both sides to some extent, but then I disagree on both sides to some extent too. You know what I'm saying? So I guess I'm in the middle.
Like middle.
Yeah, so I don't know what the fuck I am.
The Green Party? I'm just kidding.
You know what I'm saying? Right? Might as well. I'm gray. No, I'm not red. I'm not blue. I'm gray. Goddamn. Next question is, you got anything?
Not right now.
Okay. So mental health. We can go back to mental health. The whole boyfriend, girlfriend, girlfriend attachment thing, right? How does one become unattached? Like, you said the whole clingy thing. How does one like get the other person to be unclinged, in your opinion? Or do you have an opinion on that? Or is that a hard question that me and Jay should answer?
It's pretty hard. I think
Uh-huh.
if somebody is attached to you, then it's a good thing to be attached, but it's a bad thing to be too attached.
Mhm.
You know, you become dependent on somebody. So when they leave, that's why you take the biggest fall.
Yeah.
Because you're so dependent on them. So in order to get them to uncling from you, you probably got to leave them.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Do you think women gets more clinger than guys, or the other way around? What's what you see? I'm not going to, not experience, but like from what you saw in your friends, do you see the guys being more clingy or the girls? Because in my X amount of years growing up, it was same. It was half.
Oh, it's more of a personal like question, not like
General. It could be general, but I'm just saying.
In your
Like,
experience.
in my
kind of thing.
experience, I've seen the woman be super clingy to the guy, and I've seen guy being super clingy to the girl. And then when the breakup happens, it was more like, I don't know what to do with myself. My friends aren't here. My friends are out, but I don't want to be out type shit. Yeah. What have you seen in those X amount of years that you've been on this earth?
I think they're both clingy.
Lame.
I think the girl can get crazy and the guy can get crazy, and you gotta get a TRO probably.
Tarot.
Yeah,
Motherfucker.
That's when those come in. But
Get
I mean,
one of
Yo.
them. I got another question, and this is a legit question. What made you stay on the island and not like get off the rock after graduating high school?
yeah, considering what I've been through.
That's a good question.
Thank you.
That's what I'd like to know.
Self
I'm
high
sorry.
five, goddamn.
I actually did get a scholarship to a acting school in California.
Yo.
Why did you go?
I didn't go because I was mentally unstable. And so because I had tried to hurt myself, my family was afraid that I would go to Los Angeles and
Just
end
kill-
up in a
just-
bad
Oh,
place.
yeah. Los Angeles can be a tough place.
LA
It's a
can't do
different-
that, yeah.
That's a different city. And also they just didn't want me to, they were trying to push me away from acting school and telling me you can go to Leeward Community College. and you
LCC.
can do this and you can do the theater there and all of that. But honestly, I'm really glad that they did that because you can get an acting degree and get no acting job, right?
Uh-huh.
So I think that that was the best way to go, and everything happens for a reason. So I'm very happy that they were like that, and I didn't take that opportunity. I do wish to leave the island eventually, hopefully
job.
go to California
Uh-huh.
and all that. But before I leave, I'd like to make an impact in our state in some way.
For sure.
That's what's up. That is what's up. I wish nothing but the best for you. It's
Yeah.
She reminds me of M. That I think that's why, like, yeah, Mila.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Mila's my daughter, and she's going through college right now in California, and you remind me so much of her. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. Yo, shout out Mila, you ass. You got anything, Jay?
No.
Nah.
Nah.
You got anything for us before I jump into more of these questions that people's asking you?
No, I lost my train of thought. I was going to ask something and it left my head. I'm thinking about my bed. I'd be really tired.
Really? Can you please? Not please. Could you tell us what a typical day in Asia's day is? Since you got the Miss Eva Beach.
Rough, I'd say.
You wake up at 5, 4, 3. Do you even
I
wake up at all?
up
Whoa.
at 8,
Eight.
sometimes 7.
Womp.
I do something for sometimes, or most times I go to work. I work for mental health Kokua as a peer specialist. So I work with people in the community who are recovering from mental illness.
Okay.
So that's what I do. So normally I'd go to work. If I don't have work, then I'd probably be at a photo shoot, at a hike, a waterfall, at like 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning.
So, are you talking about a hike for a photo shoot or a hike for you?
Yeah, like we do like
Oh, so it's a photo shoot.
Photo shoot
I
for-
thought you were doing a hike for, Asia's pleasure. I was like, I want to go on a hike.
I do
so
that
I'm
for
gonna
fun.
go. Yeah, go do it for fun.
I like hikes. They're cool. I just did crouching lion in a gown and that was rough. Not gonna lie.
What is that? What is crouching tiger? I mean, lion in a gown. Is that like round? Are you like, what is it? I honestly don't know.
So crouching lion is the hike that's in, I want to say Kailua.
Oh, did you know about that?
In passing, I didn't really look into it. I have the trail app.
But you knew about crouching lion.
I've seen it. I've heard of it.
So I'm sounding like a dumbass over here.
Maybe.
You know, damn it, Jay. Nah. Okay, so you did that hike, all in the mornings. You're doing photo shoots. For aspiring models or influencers out there that want to do photo shoots and everything, is it what it seems to be? Like, is it as easy as it looks, or is there like a few pointers? Kind of sucks because of the scheduling, because you got to get the right light. Is it what it's up to be?
I think that as long as you're having fun, then it's everything you can be.
Are you having fun?
I'm enjoying it.
That's
I am.
good.
I'm very like nonchalant with my feelings.
Uh-huh.
I've learned this. I just hosted a comedy show for Comedy U Hawaii, and I walked on the stage and I was like, I'm having a great time. Everyone was like,
The mood.
That's what's up. That's
I
what's
know,
up.
but then I had to stop and I'm like, I'm sorry. I know. I'm very nonchalant. But I was actually having a great time. It was just the way I
Yeah.
said it. It
You're
just sounds like I'm being
present.
sarcastic
So the
or
monotone,
I'm not
I'm
having
having
a
a
great
good time now.
I mean, you're aware of it, and that's the important part. And you just
Yeah.
and you can turn it. Excuse my language. You can turn that into like a comedy piece. So, more power to you.
Mhm.
Need to be more vulnerable with my feelings. But it's
Do you have walls up? Are you like an onion with layers? Jinx, owe me a Slurpee.
yeah.
Yeah?
I think so.
Okay. How long does it take for a person to get to know Asia? Like, okay, someone just met you. Hey, how's it going? This and the third. Peeling layers. How long do you think it takes? Like, is there I'm not gonna say an estimated time, but like, yeah.
I think I'm pretty open of a book. If somebody was to ask me a question, I'd probably answer it.
Mm-hmm.
I think I am very open to sharing a lot about me and who I am. And so I wouldn't say that I have a lot of layers to me. I'd say that I probably have layers when it comes to, like maybe trust issues. And I think I've built walls as a protection for myself because of everything that's gone on in my life.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
And so I think that's where the the layers come in. But when it comes to meeting new people and making friends, I'm pretty open. There's no walls. You're like, yeah, this is fun, genuine, cool. And then like if somebody's trying to be in a relationship with me, they're like, man, do I like this girl? Am I sure? Because it's so, I think it's just so hard to get past that point to where I will like open up and tell them things about me. I might tell them things that everyone knows. Yeah, I do hikes and I'm doing Miss Hawaii, but then they might ask me something, a little more personal, and I'm like, are you hungry?
What's your favorite colored socks?
Yeah, just like change the whole subject. Yeah.
Oh God. Do you know your love language? Do you know what a love language is?
I know what they are.
Good job.
I don't
Do you know what
know
yours
what
is?
mine would be.
Is it
Is it food?
Is it yeah? Oh, kind of hungry. Is that you? Dog. That's
I
five.
swear it was me.
That's $5 deducted from your paycheck, guy. That's okay. Are you having fun so far, Miss Asia?
I'm having fun.
Man, hell, I'm having fun.
I am.
You're lying.
Oh man.
She really is having fun.
You know what? You could
So
we could tell.
nonchalant, I know.
I mean, you answering questions, you telling your shit. I cuss a lot, so yeah. That's my adjective. Yeah, we're having fun here. We're having a lot of fun. You Jay, you good?
I'm good. I'm still trying to catch. I feel like I have jet lag for a week already.
Oh man.
Yeah, I was in the East Coast and just getting back about last weekend, so I'm still catching up, especially with sleep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's rough.
Have you traveled to the mainland recently?
Maybe not recently. The last place I traveled was to Seattle, Washington.
Love that place. What were you doing there?
My auntie lives in Tacoma.
Hey,
Tacoma. I got
Tacoma.
family there, too.
That's what they call it. AB ghetto out there. To my folks in Tacoma, hit a Barber Skylines for your fresh fades. Yeah, buddy. Okay, so you got family in Washington. Being Miss Ever Beach, have you gone to any other islands and spoke about mental health?
No.
Lame?
That's a great idea. Yeah. No, I haven't.
There, you know what I'm saying? Just planted a seed.
I would love to travel to another island and make them aware of mental health. Kauai, Maui, Big Island. I think right now, though, what helps me do it the most is NAMI, because they have a whole program where you can do speaking. Like, you can go talk to kids. And so through them is how I get a lot of that done. I'm not sure how to be able to just email the schools and be like, hey, I'd like to talk to your kids about mental health. Let me know if that's cool or anything. I'm here. But I think, I would like to do, there's so many things I'd like to do for the community here.
Yeah.
But it's like trying to take it one day at a time and figure out how to get there.
Yeah.
It sounds like it can be overwhelming if you take
definitely,
too much too soon.
Definitely.
Definitely take it slow and one at a time.
How does one, if someone is going through like a mental health breakdown or having these thoughts in their heads, how does one get out of it? Like as a, not say a quick fix, because nothing is a quick fix, but do you have any words of encouragement on how to get out of it?
I think that this is what everyone says, but I think it's important that you tell someone.
Telling
think
someone.
that's
kind of hard.
telling someone.
Ooh, girl, that's -5.
That's it. Yeah, she can wait.
Oh.
I think that telling someone is brave, and that if you take the first step to telling someone, that's the first step to healing. I think being able to have somebody there to talk to that you trust can be very life-saving because, you know, when I was going through that time in my life, I think if somebody would have just sat down and said, "Are you okay?" and I would have cried and
Yes.
said no, but they probably would have stopped me from trying to take my life.
Oh yeah.
So I think that talking to somebody is important, and that's why my platform says end the silence, because end the silence is talking about it and letting people talk about it and being a good human being and being a good friend to people and just checking on your friends. You know, everybody's so busy in their lives.
Yeah.
And everybody, you know, the first thing that comes to your phone is, let's go out tonight. Let's go party.
Shit, that is so
Let's do
true.
this."
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden, you don't talk for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Then they come back and say, let's party. What if your friend is depressed?
Yeah.
You know? But you don't know that because you didn't ask, how's life? How are you doing?
It isn't hard to be friendly, to be
Right.
nice. You
It's
feel
not,
me?
It's not, and like, you have a good point. And what I do actually, I've done this to a couple of my friends because you know we're all busy in our days and
Facts.
going on, and we have to take care of our own things.
Yes.
But every now and then, when I have some free time, I actually randomly go through my phone book,
Bro, I be doing the same
reach
thing.
out to a random
dog.
person I haven't talked to in a while, and see how they're doing, and they love that.
Yeah, it's like, dang, dog. I mean, fuck, I wish you did that to me. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I see you on
Fucker,
I use every
why
week.
why am I hitting you up? No, but I mean, it's all love. You know, when I'm stuck in that hot damn traffic, I'm going through my phone. You shouldn't be going through your phone in traffic,
Chris.
but but you know what I'm saying? On your yeah, I just be randomly calling motherfuckers and be like, yo, man, I just thought of you. Hope you're doing good. Bye.
And it doesn't have to be like a best friend. Doesn't have to be a family member. It's just someone. Even in high school, I have their number still, but I haven't like talked to them, hanging out in a bit. I just reach out to them randomly, and because you know I do, you know, want to see how they're doing since I last see them.
It's
and
genuine.
It's genuine,
It's a
and
genuine
it's
care,
it's
yeah.
amazing. Like you can see how much they've changed. You can see what they've been through. Sometimes I have friends who actually went through a lot of shit, and they were actually glad I actually reached out. And
Yeah.
that feeling to be something to have an impact on someone in like on a one-on-one.
Yeah.
That's amazing feeling for me, and I'm pretty sure for them they
Yeah,
appreciate it.
like
you know?
a lot of people, I bet you a lot of people on the that's listening to the podcast would agree with you that just a simple call, like you being genuine, reaching out, is like a first step of at least someone cares. You know what I'm saying?
And it creates a great relationship method. It creates a great relationship. Maybe down along the lines they might be a connect to like a business like offer or something.
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Not to like maybe that's your main reason, but you know, just it may come along, you know, in those long lines. So
Yes.
Yeah, I think that when people are feeling a certain way that they don't want to really die, I think when somebody attempts to hurt themselves, that they don't want to die, they want to be seen. I think that they want somebody to see what's going on and to reach out. But I think by just asking, are you okay, you could actually save somebody's life. And
Nice.
it's as simple as just asking. And if they say, you know, maybe sometimes they won't open up about it, but at least they know in the back of their head, well, they did ask if I was okay. Then you're still creating that bridge between. So when they're sitting in their bathroom floor crying, depressed, saying I don't belong here, I'm a loser, I deserve to go, they might just remember when you called them that one day and asked,
This is
are
true.
you
Exactly.
okay? And you might actually save their life. They might get back up, go in the room and call you and say, I'm not okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that happened before. True
Fuck.
story.
True story.
True story.
God damn. Well said, Miss Asia. God damn. Well, shit. Hey, if you have a loved one or if you have a friend in need, man,
Reach out
or
to
yeah,
them.
just please reach out.
Also, be open too.
Oh yeah, be open.
As busy
be,
as you can be.
What's it called? Accepting. You know what I'm saying? When someone's telling you their problems, don't burst your problems onto them.
Right.
They just want an ear.
Yeah.
You know, Miss Asia, do you have any last words? Do you have any plugs, or where can these fine people find you at?
Yeah, of course. Well, you can find me at Miss Hawaii in June 1st through June 3rd.
Go.
We're there.
Yeah, no, for sure. I got the ticket link.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Boo-boo. Bitch.
You can also find me on Instagram at YA favorite Latina with 2 A's. Other than that,
Latina. Other than that, you good?
yes,
Say anything?
thank you.
So yeah, if you guys want to see Miss Ava? How do you pronounce
Asia.
it? Miss Iwa.
Oh, Miss
Iwa.
Eva. We're mainlanders.
Asia.
We mainlanders. Sorry, Hawaii.
Let us know in the comments below. Reach out to us, send a message. Let us know if you guys want to let her come back for another podcast. So
Yeah. As of that being said, Rafi Bai, shout out to Rafi Bai for the sounds, KO Studios for the lovely vibe. Asia, thank you for coming on
Thank you
through
so
the
much, Asia.
Relationship Method podcast. I am Chris,
I am Jay.
and we out this bitch.
We out.
Peace.